Dwayne Haskins' parents did not attend his funeral service, and I want to know what y'all think about that. It's easy to say, well, she's the wife, but what about the parents? And in talking about this week, I've been reading a lot of content from my book, and the last couple of days I've been talking about how we should raise our children in the ways and fear of the Lord, how we need to pray for our children. I have a book called Praying for Our Children that I need to go ahead and republish. I'm wearing a Praying for Our Children t-shirt. And those of you who are in my Patreon, I do have a few extra t-shirts left. I'll make sure you get them if you say I want a t-shirt uh, in my Patreon. But I want to know what you guys think about that because one of my daily prayers is praying for my children's mates. Okay, well, Lou Michael. It's a daily prayer that I pray that my son will choose a good wife, a virtuous woman, a woman of faith, a woman who is family minded, not a Jezebel, not a thought, nothing like that. But that my son will be like me when it comes to my mate, that if my father did not approve, I would not marry him. Do y'all know my husband is the only man my father has ever approved or we agreed on? Let's say that we agreed on, okay? That and also like my husband, my husband parents were older. I met them, they liked me. But his frat brothers had to approve of me. And if they didn't approve, he wouldn't have married me. So my prayer is that my son will be like me and my husband, that you will not marry somebody we're not in approval of, or we don't get along, or nothing like that. You will not marry a woman that's going to bring confusion in our family, or I don't want my son to marry anybody like that. I want my son to be like the boys in the Bible who chose godly wives, who we're all one big happy family. And in the event something like this happened, we're doing what we need to do as a family. Not she over there doing her part and the parents is in New Jersey doing their part. She got the body and the parents over here doing it. You know. And so I want to encourage those of you mamas and daddies that a part of praying for your children, and my book is coming out soon, okay? It's coming out soon, that we will be praying that our children will choose godly mates. Godly mates, not heathens, not Jezebels, not Ahabs, or anything like that. That's what we're going to talk about this morning. I'm going to go ahead and read the article from Yahoo News. I love Yahoo. They have finances on their news and sports. But thank you for your love and support. I am back from vacation. It was beautiful. We went to Legoland for 3 days and it was beautiful. I showed some of my pictures on yesterday. If you're on my Facebook, all my pictures, about 200 pictures, are on my Facebook. I'm going to post some on my Instagram and I'll post some on my community tab. We had a wonderful time and I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for coming back, girl. I was dying without you. I'm back. I want to thank you so much for those of you who have joined my Patreon. That is your way of supporting me on a monthly basis. The Patreon link is below. Those of you who are picking up this book, parents, you need this book. In Christ I am. You need this book for your kids, for your teens, even for yourself if you don't know your identity in Christ. The Naked Wife, 23 types of guys you might meet. 10 Years a Girlfriend is also available. All of my new books, Mother's Day is coming up there. Get your mama a journal. Father's Day, get your daddy a journal. And of course, my newest baby is How to Read Your Bible in 1 Year. Thank you so much. I appreciate those of you who sent me Cash App. I was live yesterday for like almost 4 hours, girl. Where were you? Okay, 4 hours. Check that video out. I appreciate your love and your support. Okay, let's go ahead and read this article. And mamas and daddies, I just want to know what you think. In an event like this, what are your opinions in an event like this, where whatever rift happened between the son, that the wife, they didn't meet, the parents didn't meet the wife, and I'm not of the mindset of, oh, she's the wife, so whatever she say. I'm more of a family person, and I think you guys know that about me. I'm more about family, and let's work this out, and let's see how we can work. This is written by Chris Twick. Oh, that's different. I wonder what kind of name is that. Yahoo Sports. Yahoo Sports. Dwayne Haskins is remembered at Ohio Stadium, and that's the makeshift memorial for him. And let's read. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. It says here, the parents of deceased Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Dwayne Haskins will not attend his funeral service in Pittsburgh on Friday. Haskins' family released a statement explaining they have not met Haskins' wife and do not want their son meeting their first meeting to come at Haskins' funeral. So my thing is, how he married, but the parents ain't never met the wife. In talking about praying for our children, let's keep our mind, because I know I'm gonna block some people today. Some of y'all been showing off with the foolishness in my comments, and I've been overlooking because I was on vacation and I was relaxed. But I'm gonna block some people today. I'm gonna let you know, okay? Let's keep this on. Talking about praying for our children and our children choosing godly mates, okay? So how he married and the parents ain't never met the wife? Okay, so but see, for me as a woman, I would never marry a man and I met your mama and your daddy. But you know what they say about these women who run these football people, these guys down with money. Well, at any means necessary. Okay. I was reading some of the comments and said, thank God she ain't had no babies for him. Okay. Haskins was hit by a vehicle and killed the morning of April 9th. He was reportedly trying to cross the interstate to get gas for his car. Haskins was 24. That's another thing. I was a little bit confused about that. Granted, I have ran out of gas. Okay. I have ran out of gas. And it was in my other truck, the new truck. And my husband fills my car up. And so what happened was my husband was away for a week. And so he came home Friday night. So Saturday morning, I'm up early, girl. I'm going to Target. I'm like, and I kept hearing this beep, 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 beep. And I'm like, what's that? Well, I'm like, well, I don't know what it is, honey. Let me just go on to Target. So on my way to Target, the car is beep, 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 beep. It makes a sound. And I'm like, I'm on my way to Target, girl, but my music is playing loud, my window open. I'm like, yeah, Mike could go to Target, get a few also myself. So I'm coming home, and let me tell you how good God is. I'm coming home, and right after I crossed the post office, before I got to another intersection, the car is stopped. I called Mike. I said, Mike, the car died. I don't know what happened. It was in a safe area by the postal. He said the car died. I said, yeah, I don't know what happened. I just don't know. It's okay. Call AAA. Call AAA. AAA came. Quick, 15 minutes. I said to the man, sir, how you got here so quick? When I'm in Newark, I got to stay 2 hours. He said, no, we come in 15 minutes. Newark, you got to wait for 2 hours. Black guy, too. We laughed about it. He said, you ran out of gas, didn't you? I said, no, I didn't. He said, yes, you did. I said, no, I didn't. He said, I checked it. That is a brand new truck. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no recall on it. And the only reason the car could have died is you ran out of gas. I said, no, I didn't. He said, okay, I'm going to put a little bit of gas in there and I'm going to tell you, turn on the car and we'll see, did you run out of gas? And so he put the little gas. He said, okay, start it. I started the car. He said, you ran out of gas. I said, oh my God, I ran out of gas. Oh my God. Okay. So, running out of gas, it can happen if you're not mindful. I wasn't mindful because I don't go to the gas station. I can't tell the last time I went. My husband fills up my car. So people are wondering, was this a rental car? Did he not notice? Did he drive there? Because even if you pick up a rental car, it's not going to run out of gas in a couple of days if you're just driving around here. So people are still trying to figure out, well, what happened that he ran out of gas, and another report says that there was a drunk woman in the car with him. Okay, there was a woman in the car with him. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I read. So he said he ran out of gas, and he was hit by a truck. Haskins parents said they will hold public memorials for Haskins, New Jersey, and Maryland over the weekend. Uh, So Brooke Prayer, I feel like I know this person. Funeral service for Dawkins Hall have begun in Pittsburgh. Haskins parents are not in attendance per family spokesperson parent statement. We have never met or spoken to the wife, and we didn't want our son's funeral service to be the first place we met. Haskins parents, when Town added they will be attending and holding public memorial service in New Jersey and Maryland this weekend. Haskins was born in New Jersey and went to high school in Maryland. Haskins and his wife Calabra. Jesus, these names. Let me tell y'all another thing. Mamas, please don't be giving your baby these some. Anyways, we're married March of 21. Calabria announced Tuesday the details surrounding Haskins Memorial Service in Pittsburgh. Message from Calabria Haskins. I want to thank everyone for the continuous outpour of kindness and love from my husband during these extremely difficult times. For those that have asked for clarity regarding official services, there will be a public celebration of life from my husband, Dwayne Haskins Jr., where his legacy will be honored with stories told from teammates, coaches, friends, family, and loved ones. Visitation will be April 22nd from that with a full service immediately following him at 11 a.m. at the Ali Henley Center Church in Pittsburgh. Flowers are being accepted at the church. This service will take place Friday. Haskins' legacy will be honored with stories. Legacy. What legacy without his parents? Haskins will also receive a memorial service Saturday in Rockaway Township, New Jersey, Haskins' hometown. The service will also be held Sunday at Potomac. And so in New Jersey, it's going to be at the Rockaway Church, Christ Church, Pastor David and Arlen. And a beautiful, beautiful couple, beautiful church. Where Haskins played high school football. Haskins went to play college football at Ohio State. Students at Ohio State erected a memorial for Haskins at Ohio State. Haskins was selected by the Washington Commanders with number 50 overpicked in 2019. This is sad. So mamas and daddies, I want to know from you. And young ladies, this is for young ladies too. If this was you as the wife, what would you do? Would you have a whole funeral without his parents because you're the wife? Don't you think this would be a time for you to reach out to the family and say, how can we work together to send him away? We both love him. I'm the wife, but that's your baby. I pray to God the boy had a prenup and he had a will and stuff is in order, because it would just be so sad that this woman gets everything that poor boy worked for. But I want to know, what do you think about this whole situation? And for mamas and daddies, are you praying for your children? Are you praying for their mates? You know, my little boy talked to me. He said, Mommy, I have 6 friends. I want to marry all 6 of them. He added it was 5. It used to be 5. Now it's 6, y'all. I got send snacks for 6 girls at the school. And so he said, Mommy, I want to marry so-and-so. He said, how old I got to be to marry her? I said, well, you got to finish elementary school. Then you got to go to high school. Then you need to go to college. Then you need to, decide if you're going to go on, get your master's, doctorate, or whatever. Then you have to get a good job. And then you got to buy you a house to put the wife. He said, buy a house, Mommy, but that's going to cost $400. I said, you're going to have $400 to buy the house. Well, he said, well, I want to marry her now. I said, you want to marry her now? Well, where are you going to live? She's going to be like at our house. I said, well, how you going to feed her? He said, I'm going to give her my food. I said, well, where's she going to sleep? You going to sleep in your room with her? She said, no, Mommy, she's going to sleep in the bed with me, you, and Daddy. I said, no, I don't think that's going to work. And so I had to call my husband. My husband was away. I had to call my husband and tell her. So Michael say, like, my husband say, but he didn't say that, but that's what he mean. He said, oh, son, he said, oh, nope. So-and-so is extremely aggressive. She has older sisters. You remember her. She was the one that was on the virtual school, that blah, 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 blah. I said, oh, I remember. And so basically my husband said, no, it's not going to happen. No, no. And see what that told me, ladies, is that men are paying attention to how soft you are, how aggressive you are, and how all those things that you think don't matter, it matters to them. Because when I say who that person, my husband, she's this, and this. Remember, I said, oh, and so ever since then, I've been trying to get my son. Come on back over here to this girl over here. But I still have to make snacks for 6 girls every morning. Every morning I make snacks for 6 girls because my little boy has 6 girls that he wants to marry when he is older. So my question to you parents, are you talking to your children now? Are you encouraging your children now? Are you praying for them? Are you praying for their mates? Because you are to pray for their future, and you are to pray, say what God has already said about them every day so that they can walk in the ways of the Lord and be what you say and not what they want to do and be. And especially when it comes to your generational transference of wealth. You don't want a Jezebel for the boys, and you don't want an Ahab or an abusive man for the girls. I got to go. It's Sunday. Come on back later. I'm gonna try to do something extra for you guys. Let me know what y'all think about this, and I want to know what would you do, ladies? Don't you marry a man that you didn't meet or meet the daddy or the mama or the family? And another thing, ladies, please don't marry a man that the mama or the daddy don't like you. Your life will be hell on earth. I love you. I got to go. Thank you for your love on my new books. I need reviews, but Amazon has changed their review policy where now they're saying buyers have to spend $50 of purchase to make a review. So what we are doing as authors, we're moving all of our books over to Barnes & Noble. It is going to take us some time, but that's what we're doing because Amazon is just being extremely creepy. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye. Mwah.